British Prime Minister's efforts to see off a backbench revolt haven't gone to plan, as MPs from his own party hand in letters of no confidence. A former cabinet minister joined growing calls for him to resign, and another MP defected to Labor over a series of lockdown parties.
Dawn break-in on another tense day in Westminster. Everyone here wondering whether we'll soon have a broken Prime Minister too. Out of the front door, but the PM already on the back foot.
Is it all over, Prime Minister? Is it time to resign?
Heading to Parliament to fight for his political life. Before he even gets there, an extraordinary moment as one of his former MPs executes a body blow. Former Red Wall MP Christian Wakeford defecting to Labour. Listen to their cheers.
Can I start by warmly welcoming the honourable member for Bury South to his new place and to the Parliamentary Labour Party.
Sitting behind his new leader after giving up on Boris Johnson, scores of his former Tory colleagues contemplating giving up on the PM too, angry over the ongoing allegations.
This week, he's got a new defence. Nobody warned me that it was against the rules. Since the Prime Minister wrote the walls, why on earth does he think that his new defence is going to work for him?
Not having any of it, the PM today trying to get back on the attack.
When the history of this pandemic comes to be written, and the history of the Labour Party comes to be written, and believe me, they are history and will remain history, Mr. Speaker, it will show that we delivered while they dithered. I am intensely proud of what this government has done.
Gathering himself up after a bruising few days, even as calls for his resignation roll in, waving it all away. But then came this, a significant moment, much harder to ignore.
I expect my leaders to shoulder the responsibility for the actions they take. Yesterday, he did the opposite of that. So I'll remind him of a quotation altogether too familiar to him of Leo Amery to Neville Chamberlain. You have sat there too long for all the good you have done. In the name of God, go.
MPs I've spoken to today in this place also tell me that these public attacks have, in a way, helped shore up support behind the Prime Minister in the short term, at least. But even his allies admit to me they don't know if he's on borrowed time, and they're wondering if and when that confidence vote could come. One of the 2019 intake in a prized Red Wall seat, urging colleagues to wait.
What I'd say to any of my colleagues who are thinking about this at the moment, I'd say wait for the Sue Gray report, because we need to have established facts. Anything that happens now is going to be there before we have an accepted version of what's gone on, and we need to have that before we move.
A calmer end to another stormy day, but the PM's still in danger, and the prospect of that no-confidence ballot still very real. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.